I don't know who she is, but she's attracting a lot of attention. Some aircraft has just made this great big thing in the sky. That's a squirrel with its nest behind the speakers in Battery Park.
All right then.
on the lake.
The offer was there.
It was there.
Janice has turned it down.
Done. Excellent.
And it was on video.
In Battery Park is this superb bronze eagle. In the memorials to the Americans who gave their lives in the crossing of the Atlantic. Really is quite a stunning piece. Lexington Avenue, New York, in the early evening, and that is Chrysler building. The sunshine. This is on Madison and East 41st. Trying to find a bar. The girls look very posh. This is early Sunday morning in New York. This is the Chrysler building again. The height of it. This is Madison Avenue, looking down. Madison Avenue, looking up. This is a New York skyline in the early morning. There you can see the Empire State Building. And there's 6th Avenue. It's an amazing place. And this is West 42nd Street going up towards Times Square. Some wonderful buildings. So this is Times Square. It isn't really a square at all. It's a crossroads. This is looking down Broadway. Early Sunday morning. Everywhere's just waking up in a big way now. And this is the rather splendid Paramount building. There's a Hard Rock Cafe in the bottom. And it sort of tapers away to the clock at the top, which at the moment says 7:10. This building here seems to lean outwards. Tends to lean out even more. So this is Herald Square with the traitors of last night lying all over the place. So I'm sitting in Herald Square in New York, and just turn around and go up, you'll see that there is the Empire State Building. Wow.
Thank you.
This is inside the lobby of the Empire State Building. It is quite magnificent. That's some nice. This is the panorama on this side. Right in the distance you can see the Statue of Liberty. Long, long way away. Amazing view.
It's okay. You must have zoomed in.
Building down there with a golden cone on top. A golden cone on every corner. It's a long, long way down. Let me tell you, gives that funny feeling in the back of your legs. Unfortunately, looking sort of southeast. The sun is in the wrong direction. There you can see the Chrysler building, which we looked at earlier. It's better in the evening. Looking down at street level, all these buildings you can see here look absolutely enormous. And when you get up here, you're looking down on them all. Right up there you can see Central Park. A green oasis in the middle of New York, with a very posh apartments overlooking it. Costs an absolute fortune. For the rich and famous. The sun shining on them there from 8 o'clock in the morning. So my advice if you're coming up here is you have to be here early. The gates open at 8 o'clock, but there's substantial queues before the gates open. And if you think there's only a small queue outside. It's a bit like Disney World. When you get inside, the queues zigzag backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. Not just once, but every time there's a change. When you buy your tickets, when you're queuing for security, there's a zigzag. When you're buying your tickets, there's a zigzag. When you're waiting for the lift, there's a zigzag. When you're waiting for the second lift, there's a zigzag. So if you come here thinking you're just going to walk straight in, by the time the gates opened at 8 o'clock, and I was here at 7:20, there must have been probably 300 people in the queue. You can't bypass the queue if you want to pay an extra $50. But for me, it cost me, as a senior over here, it cost me $24 to get to the top. But by hell, it's well worth it. Some of the original skyscrapers are just completely dwarfed now. I could look at this map in my bag and identify them all, but sort of busy over here. It's quite windy, but that one there I recollect as being quite well known in its time. Must have some name, probably well known now for that matter. But now it's just completely dwarfed by the surrounding skyscrapers. It's an architect's dream, this place. There's another interesting skyscraper, interesting top. Again, I think these are well known. They're very aptly named. And down there's a church, the steeple. The Brooklyn Bridge, where I think it's closed at the moment. And that's on the way down to Battery Park, where we were yesterday, where we finished the cycle ride from Seattle. That building down there is the Woolworths building, which used to be the tallest in the 1930s. And before the Woolworths building was the tallest, this one was. I think it's sort of Metropolitan Insurance Company or something, that one there with a little gold top. It was the tallest before the Woolworths building. And then the Chrysler building came along, which is not easy to see with the sun being in the direction it is at the moment. And I think that building down there is what they call a radiator building. But I could be wildly wrong. So they are truly wonderful scenes. You get the chance to come. It's amazing to think that it was all built in the last sort of 100 years. And it's constantly changing. New York caters for everybody. Museum of Sex, full of all kinds of bizarre things. This is another of New York's iconic buildings, what they call a Flatiron building. It's got the shape of flat iron, used for ironing clothes. And This is 1 Madison, on Madison Avenue. It's one of the newer skyscrapers. Not as impressive as the others, but it's a fair old height. It's not very wide. I think it just blow around in the wind. This is the Metropolitan Life Tower. And its golden torch on the top, shining in the sunshine. And this is the New York Life Insurance Company building from the ground, with its golden cone on the top. Well, it looks absolutely enormous, but when you're up the Empire State Building, you look down on it by a long way. And that's another view of it. Look further up the street, perhaps it's a better view. This is 101 Park Avenue. It's the HSBC building. Oh, well. Spending on a grandiose place like this. This is Pershing Square with its city lights, which is probably where Boris Johnson got the idea. And the facade of the Grand Central Terminal, which I'm going to have a look in, because apparently it's quite something inside. Well, this is one of the lesser hallways in this Grand Central Station terminus. This doesn't seem to be used for anything. And then down through here you've got the main concourse to the trains. So just meander down here slowly. And this is the main concourse. There's something else. And the whole thing's in sort of marble. Everywhere. Balconies, stairways, floor. It's a Sunday, so it's quite quiet. I would imagine during the week it's absolute bedlam. Yeah, wonderful place. There's the signs of the zodiac on the ceiling. Places you've never heard of. The main concourse. Some of the detail is quite exquisite.
Kannst du das nicht künstlich mit einer Mini-Blende einstellen? So eine lange Zeit aus. So Blende 22 oder so.
Somewhere here is on the corner of Lexington and 51st is the grating. Marilyn Monroe's famous photograph of the iconic photograph where she was wearing that white dress and she was holding it down as a draft came up from the subway. I'll tell you, not here or it's not marked, but I can't find it anywhere, and I've asked no end of people and they haven't a clue. This is the famous Waldorf Astoria Hotel in New York on Park Avenue, where the rich and famous, or maybe just the rich, come to stay. Actually, hovering outside, so always the same at these big hotels. The next door is St. Bartholomew's Church. The financial centre of Park Avenue, near the Waldorf Astoria. It's just a block away. These huge blocks. JP Morgan and Chase Bank and all these places that one way and another brought America to its knees. It's very interesting. Is down the road there's a sort of strange skyscraper. I don't know what it is, popping up in the air. You wonder how it didn't sort of lean and fall over. Just finished up with the Chrysler building and Sunday lunchtime. You see these sort of winged you can see these winged, I think they're lights, right at the very top. You've got these gargoyles in the eagle's heads. So this is the corner of Lexington and 39 East in New York, and that's the Court Hotel. Just round the corner there is Scotty's Diner, which is open 24 hours a day. They do a great breakfast. It's a fascinating place to sit and just listen to what people have ordered. Yeah, I highly recommend it. Lots of locals eat in there, which is a good sign. Yep. They have quite an extensive menu. If you're in 3 eggs and pancakes, this is a place to be. But bacon was nice, coffee was nice, you got free refills for coffee. Wonderful.